Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. All green gear 25% off. Promo code Trump46. Let's start with some good news, shall we? Al-Qaeda's number 2 guy. I'm not even going to try to say that complicated name because who gives a shit about him? But he's dead. Reports say that his life was removed from his possession by Israeli soldiers, and it's reported that 2 guys on a motorcycle pulled up to him and shot his ass. Yeah, that's some gangster shit. You way over there, and they say they killed him in Tehran, and then the president of Iran comes out and says, we don't have any Al-Qaeda soldiers or Al-Qaeda members on our soil. Well, you certainly have one less on your fucking soil, thanks to the Israelis. See, we get all wrapped up in these drones and whatnot and these SEAL team strikes. Sometimes all you need to do is get 2 guys with a machine gun on a Vespa to handle some business. Shout out to Israel. Thanks for that one. Now, when I tell you California will not be out stupided, that's what I mean. But now California won't be out eliteded either. So our exalted fuckface, Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom. Why do I call him Bang Your Wife Newsom? Because he banged his best friend's wife. Look it up. So this out of touch criminalistic turd went out to dinner. So what, Jericho? I go out to dinner too. Yeah, but here's the difference. He went out to dinner after he decreed to the rest of us foolish taxpayers that we weren't supposed to get together with any more than 3 families. Remember that shit? No more than 3 families. The host has to take contact information down in case they need to get in touch with you. Put your mask on in between bites. Try not to sing hum if you need to. Socially distance. Remember that bullshit he told us? Well, he went to this place called the French Laundry in Napa, California. That's a real hoity-toity, rich, well-to-do town in Northern California. So he went to this Michelin star restaurant to rub elbows and hobnob with some of his lobbyists, the people that pay him to continue to fuck our state over. So he's out schmoozing, making it a little easier for them to pull out that wallet, while the rest of us got to sit here and treat our family members like they have leprosy. But it's okay for him to go to a 5-star restaurant and hang out with those that grease his fucking wheels. Probably one of those weird-ass parties where they eat food off the bodies of missing women. That real high-level sick shit. It doesn't look good. The optics are bad, Gavin. And even Gavin Newsom came out saying, you know what? I shouldn't have gone to the party. I should have led by example. I should have set a better example. Yeah, you should have, dummy, but you didn't because you are so used to not living with the policies that you make. It's like if you're a parent. If you tell your kids bedtime is 8 o'clock, so what? You can put their bedtime at 5 o'clock. You're not going to bed then. Those rules don't affect you, so you could care less. And just to give you an idea of what level this restaurant is on, a buddy of mine sent me this. Shout out to you. They have a dinner package where you can get their own private area, and it's just a mere $850 a person to go to this dinner party at this restaurant called the French Laundry. Now, when I first heard it, I saw Gavin Newsom goes to French Laundry. I was like, what kind of weird shit is that? French Laundry? Is that a name for some gross sexual position? But it turns out it's a restaurant. But $850 a pop, you can go to this dinner, this private dinner party, and you can have foie gras and caviar and Dom Perignon. Ha ha ha. Made me think of, what was his name? Pepe Le Pew, that's right. Oh, mon chéri, I love you. Mwah, mwah. I know all French people don't talk like that, but it's how they talk in my mind. But anyway, he's out here rubbing elbows with these people and rubbing God knows what else at this restaurant. And the rest of us are out here trying to figure out how we're going to make the holidays happen. Now, there were 12 people at this dinner party. So wait a minute. He told us don't get together with more than 3 families. Well, how many families do you think were represented in this 12? They don't care. That's how we know this shit isn't for real. Because the powers that be, the people who have the means to inoculate themselves from anything, aren't even tripping. When they start worrying, I'll start worrying. But as long as these fools, these so-called leaders, these elitist fucks are out here doing all their favorite activities while we're locked down, until that happens, until they start taking it seriously, then I'll take it seriously. But don't tell me this sweet and sour sniffles bullshit is going to be the death of us. But if you are going to tell us those rules, you need to live by them too. You're in there eating good food, knocking champagne flutes together, while the rest of us are out here living in California, the land of milk and homeless. You need to get on board with us. You need to not do shit like this until the work is done. Why are you playing around, Gavin, and your chores aren't done? You're out here fucking around. California is still burning, people's electricity is still being shut off, and our kids are still sitting in front of a laptop all day. Your kids are in school. Why are my kids not in school? Why do I have to take on an extra job to send my kids to school? Why don't you open them the fuck up? Stop playing. These kids are starting to come apart. This shit was okay for a little while, but we're starting to see cracks in our kids. They're starting to not feel this online schooling bullshit, and they shouldn't. This shit is ridiculous. But I'm so glad that California is in such good shape that we have washed our hands of this pandemic to such a level of success that our governor is at the French Laundry French restaurant in Napa hanging out with his donors. I hope they wrote you some fat checks. Oh, and the article said, I'll put the article in the description box. The article also said, Governor Gavin Newsom in the first partner. Man, stop this crazy liberal granola-headed dirt fucking bullshit. The first partner. You're the first lady because you're married to a man who is the governor of California. That's your title. First person. You see this silly shit I'm dealing with out here? But he's at a dinner party when we're not allowed to go to a dinner party with more than 3 families. Like we're being punished or some shit. Like we're on restriction. We are adults. We are smarter than most of you, and we know what to do with our lives better than you. So give us our lives and our control back. And he's been sued and lost because he overreached. All these rules, all these executive orders he's signing due to the pandemic. This pandemic shit has an expiration date. All this is well and good as long as there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I don't want any residue left over from this bullshit. Well, I take that back. I mentioned in a past video, one thing I do like about the pandemic, probably the only thing, is food service. I would like them to wear masks and them to wear gloves all the time. That I don't have a problem with. The rest of us, we need to get back to it. This piece of cloth, this homemade piece of cloth that you have over your face is not going to stop you from something microscopic. This coat is not white. I am no doctor, but I'm assuming we need a little more than a hanky. Shit. This can't be real. Somebody pinch me so I can wake up from this bullshit. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone. Link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.